Good afternoon. This is Brian Dozer. I'm the president of Vitalink, and with me today is a Vitalink alum, Cuitlahuac Lopez, is joining us. Welcome to our interview, Cui.
Hello.
First of all, what I'd like to do is to have you tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, where you go to school, what grade you're in, maybe any classes that you took this semester that you really loved.
Yeah. So I go to Samueli Academy. I'm a current sophomore, going into my junior year. Some of the classes that I've been inspired to take are classes like the engineering pathway that they offer here at Samueli Academy, and I'm going on my way to becoming a robotic engineer.
Oh, wow, that's very cool. So how did you first hear about Vitalink? I understand that you participated in the SunPower Solar Academy.
Yeah, I did. So basically, I was in my middle school year when my principal reached out to me, offering me this opportunity to go to the SunPower Academy. And she said it was a great opportunity for me to take over the summer. And I said, I'll give it a try. And I did.
Oh, okay. And that was 2 years ago, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And so how did participating in that academy impact your, career, your journey, your decision towards a career?
Well, I always did want to become an engineer. I just didn't know what pathway. But as I started to work with all the technical stuff, like the installation of solar panels, learning about kilowatts and gigawatts and whatnot, and then also learning how to solder wires, that opened up my dreams to doing something technical. And I just started
Mm-hmm.
researching into what I wanted to do more, and I fell in love with the idea of becoming a robotic engineer.
Oh, wow. That's very cool. So was there a single activity at the academy that you felt benefited you the most?
I feel as though it was just the whole process in general, like the 2 weeks of waking up, going to Santa Ana College and attending the program really helped me. The friendships there were awesome. um, all the things that they offered when it was doing work on the computer or working physically with objects, it was just great.
No, that's really great. So after the academy, if you can think back to then, what were some of the first steps you took towards your future after completing the academy?
The first steps I took after completing the academy, I think it was just planning my high school career, because I was a eighth
Mhm.
grader going into high school, didn't really know what I wanted, but I still started researching different projects. I started taking a earth science class, which started talking about solar usage and all that type of power that we use here in California. And I started researching different companies and how they could be connected to my current projects. And I actually took some information that I learned about the academy and integrated it into some of my award-winning projects at school.
Oh, wow, that's fantastic. So award-winning projects, can you give us an example?
Well, we were doing a project based on the best usage of solar power in my earth science class, and I started providing some information about how I went to a solar academy and how they taught me how to calculate uh, ener- energy usage based on your solar panel that you have at your house. And so what we do at Samueli is that we present projects in front of some judges, and then they award you some judge points, which then go into a little tiny raffle that we host once a semester, where you get to gain um, things like TVs, tickets to Disneyland, and yeah.
Okay, fantastic. What did you win?
So far, not yet. My actual
Oh,
raffle
okay.
ticket hasn't been pulled out.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. Well, I hope you do win something. Although not sure right now that tickets to Disneyland would would do much good for anyone.
Not yet.
So I understand you've been in a couple of other or at least one other Vitalink program. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, I can. So I attended the Orange County Fair Robotics Competition, and that's a year-round competition that's hosted at the end of the second semester. And my team built 2 robots that were supposed to compete this year, but due to the coronavirus, we weren't able to.
Yeah, unfortunately, that had to be postponed, I guess is what we're calling it. So, stay tuned. Hopefully, at some point, the school district or the state and the school districts are going to allow us to get back together. And we really, we do plan to host that at some point. If not sometime this fall, then perhaps in the spring. So you talked a little bit about robotics. Is there a particular job that you would, call your dream job?
Well, once going into college, I really do want to earn my PhD in engineering and then either go into robotic engineering and or electrical engineering or robotic engineering. I think those are my top 2.
Okay. And what is it exactly about that excites you?
Just the engineering process in general. See a problem, solve the problem, always ask questions, try to get the best answers necessary to complete your job. I love designing robots, building them, programming them. That's something that I love to do on a regular day basis.
Okay, that's very cool. I think there is a huge future in robotics. I'm sure you agree, and you've probably read up a lot on it. And I think perhaps the coronavirus is probably going to lead to even more automation down the road. And so that's certainly a pathway that a lot of businesses are heading. So I think that's a career path that could be very beneficial for you. So what would you say to other students who are trying to find their dream career? What advice would you give them?
Honestly, just be open to anything. So if as a little kid you wanted to be an astronaut, who knows, you may want to be something else as you grow up. Like, always just keep things in mind. Don't ever turn anything down before trying it.
Okay. All right. I think that's great advice. So how are you holding up during the pandemic? How do you stay connected? How do you stay focused?
I stay connected via Zoom calls, also some Instagram and Snapchat calls that I do with my friends on a regular day basis. I just try to talk with as many people as I can so that I can control my sanity.
Okay. So has your school primarily moved everything into online?
They have. We've been doing scheduled Zoom calls every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays in the mornings, and I think they're really working.
Okay. And do you like it better online or in a virtual environment, or do you prefer to be in person?
I prefer to be in person any day, but
okay.
I mean, it is what it is for right now.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much, Cui, for joining us. Do you have any last words, any last advice for anybody watching this who, any students who are, trying to figure out what they want to do with their careers?
As I said before, just be open to any new opportunities, and if you're ever offered something, take it.
Okay, well, wonderful. Thank you very much again for your time. We really appreciate it. And please, once we post this, share it with your friends. We'd love to have more people following us on our social media channel.
All righty.